Welcome to the madhouse. Let's look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Wednesday the 2nd of October. We've got some new mods. We've got some updates. The map, the Elm Rochester by AE Maping, has had an update that says a new save game is not required. The package of large silo by Rajo G Play has had an update, and the map 4 Fields, Vierfelden by Omatana has had an update. That doesn't say if a new save game is required, however there are some instructions. So it says, attention, remove any products in the silo before updating. Because I think it changes some stuff to do with the silo, but it doesn't say if the map needs a new save game or anything like that. Those are our updates for today. So I'm going to say this now, I don't know what's going on today. Stuff either isn't working or it's not working how it should be. Personally, if I've got it wrong, I apologise, or it just doesn't make any sense. The world's gone bonkers, hence the signs in front of me, which we're going to start with. This is the Swedish road sign pack by Fipper M123, 3.96 megabytes download. Each one of these signs is 2 slots. There are 102 signs / permutations. I was going to put on the for today's mods over 130 mods, because technically there are. What's nice to see is we've got a nice undulation sign, so we've got a sign for undulations. We've got our I'm not sure which way to go, what I'm like, I like to dither, I don't know which way we're going, left or right. And then we've got our do you ever feel like you're going round and round in circles? Do you ever get that feeling? We've got one of those. And now these have weights, small weight, large weight. And these can be picked up with forks, they can be picked up with big bag handlers, those kind of things, but they cannot be picked up by hand. They're too heavy. You will find them under tools and miscellaneous. They're not a decorative object, they are under here. So you'll find them here. So when you buy them, they get put into the vehicle spawn area, and then you have to move them from there. So as I say, they're all 2 slots each, but there are quite a few different options. For example, sign A1 has that and that, and then this one, that and that, and this one, this is cool. So you got dancing, so that one, let's go bit of dancing if you want to do that. But each one of them has got the option for a small or a large block on the bottom of it. That's up to you. The large blocks will be easier for using forks. The smaller blocks, if you're going to use big bag handlers, something like that, there's a few different options for forks and things you can choose from. We'll get our undulation sign. I think this one has, no, it doesn't have an option on that one. That one is just as it is. That one I think as well. Now this one has an absolute load. Was this the one that's got 20 different options? So this is basically roads merging onto a main carriageway. So we've got all the various different ways that roads can merge. I'm sure it was 20 or 21. It's a crazy amount. Yeah, there you go. 21 different options on that one. That one is just standard. That one is blank. No options on that one. And otherwise ones, I don't know, just warning. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't mean to mock. These are real road signs. It's just, so this one I think is standard as well. And we've got these different ones. I don't think we've got colour options on these. These just come as they are as well. That too. Better check. Just I don't want to get any of these wrong. That one. That one. That one. Now this has colour options. That one. No U-turns. This one we start at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I think it goes up to 120. Yep. This one, a few different options on this. That one keeps the right, keeps the left, split yourself in half. Another roundabout one, or yeah, like I say. So, oh. Then this one, again we go 5, 10, 15, 20, all the way up to 100. This was the same here. think I've seen so many different options on signs before. And then that's it. So that's all of them. And I'll show you what I mean. So if you've got a big bag handle, this is one from the CSZ pack. If you want to use it, it is a very handy bit of kit. You might need to set the straps to the 4 metre option if you do that. So you can pick it up, put it onto a trailer, you know, whatever you do. So that's the Swedish road sign pack by Fipper M123. Next up we've got these. Liquid Fertilizer and Herbicide Station by Holden, HB Modding, Farmer MV and Bördefarmer. 1.9 megabytes, 13 slots each, 1,000 each. You'll find these under build mode and containers. There you go, just here. And these are buy points. So that's your liquid fertilizer station, that's your herbicide station, that one and that one. They're pretty much identical. Other than that, nicely detailed. It is shown on there what they are. So if you place them like I do on maps and you come back to them later on, or you're playing multiplayer and people aren't sure, it is signed so you can see. But there are sign packs and stuff as well. Then we should be able to come alongside, start filling. There you go. This will charge you for your wares. The Liquid Fertilizer and Herbicide Station by Holden, HB Modding, Farmer MV and Bördefarmer. Next we've got this pack. There are 6 in this. This is the Farm Pack LPS by LPS Modding. 70.43 megabytes download, 4 slots each for the 4 sheds. And then we have got 2 cow barns. One is 22 slots and will hold 80 cows. One is 19 slots and will hold 100 cows. 75,000 to buy and 100,000 to buy respectively. So the sheds, this one triple fronted. I take that from where the stanchions are, the supports. We do have lighting as well. These don't have any colour options, you get them as they are. This one is 4 fronted, again light switch just over there. The next one is the same as this one, but it does have an opening at the back, so you could link them together, or if you just want a drive-through bit, again light switch is there. And then the fourth one of these is just an open shed, more like a hay shed. The light switch on this one is over here, just there. Build mode and sheds is where you'll find them. So 25 grand for the first one, the triple fronted, 35 grand for each of the 4 fronted ones, the one with the gap, and then 15 grand for the open one just there. If we go from there and we go to our animals and cows, so as I said, 75 grand for this one, it will hold 80 cows, and then this one is 100,000 and will hold 100 cows. Now it may need an update is what I'm going to say immediately. Again, no colour options on these. When you get them as they are. So this one, milk point is just here. This door does open and close. Your dialogue box for animals is just here. So for your 80 on this one in particular, light switch is here. But what I've noticed is, I think there doesn't seem to be any texture on. There's a couple of the plates on the next one you'll see it as well. It might be intentionally like that, but it looks very smooth, very flat to me. I don't know if there's a texture missing. Now this one, your feed trigger is here in the middle, and I went round and round with a trailer of straw. I tried with a straw blower, I tried with liftable bales to put them into there, because it looks like the straw is supposed to be in this bit in here. I went all over the place. Then just by accident, I drove past the back here. Now there's this trigger is here. There is this trigger as well here. This is for your slurry. This one, I don't know if it's for manure. It's for taking out, not for putting in. But I drove around the building and I got here for some reason. At this exact point, it came up with the option to overload straw. If you go past it, just a little bit there, back past it, just a little bit there. Unless that's the wrong symbol. Maybe that should be for putting in. But I did try and put a loose bale in there and it wouldn't work. So if I do that now, that should be gradually putting the straw in. Is the straw going in? That is growing, isn't it? It is growing. So, yeah, if you're wondering where the trigger is, you can't find it. It's just out the back here, just past the slurry bit. And it will gradually take it. No problem at all. Now, the other one that takes 100 is, for all intents and purposes, the same building just turned sideways, and where this wall here is closed in, this one is open. So as you can see, this has got the same bit that has at the back, so we've got a slurry point and the extra trigger there. This door does open. Now with this one it was a little bit easier because I could drive in here, so when I drove in my straw point was in here. It allowed me to do it with the trailer, didn't need to have a bale shredder, so it allowed me to do it. Feed trigger is across the front. This is what I mean again. That's when you look at the texture that's put down here, the mud texture, and the texturing all around it, and the texture inside, that just seems very smooth and flat. So again, I think maybe there's a texture missing, so it may well get an update. Come to the other end, dialogue box, door opens. This one's got an open milk trigger. I guess that one's in there. This one's outside. Little lean-to. Why won't the door open? Oh, that's curious. Oh, hang on, did we go? There we go. Open gate, and the light switch was just inside here for this one. So we go. That's the entire pack. That's the Farm Pack LPS by LPS Modding. Next, we've got these. These are very cool. I like these. They have a problem. This is what I mean. When you're trying to work out how mods work and things aren't working how you think they should, it's then working out why they're not and what's wrong. So, this is the Sheep Shed by naimog mod. 7.21 megabytes download. Probably get an update. I'm just going to say it now. It's 4 slots for the first one, 5 slots for the second. Each one's 26,000 to buy. Each one will hold 47 sheep. The difference between the two being this one's got thicker slats going that way. That one's got thinner slats going up and down. That's the real difference between the two. If we go into our build mode, go to animals and go to our sheep, you'll see them both there, 26 grand, and that is the difference between the two. Nice. Straightforward and easy. So I put the feed in, doesn't hold much, 3,000 litres of feed, and I like the fact the sheep just wander. They don't. I thought they'd be all tucked away in here, but no, they kind of wander around. Now here's where the problem is. I put the water in. So 3,000 litres of water, 1,500 of water, 3,000 litres of feed, 1,500 water. The fill plane for the water is perpendicular to the trough. So I assume that just needs to be turned 90 degrees. So yeah, I assume it will get an update. The other one's the same. Feed in there. Fill plane is at odds somewhat. I do like these. I think they're very cool. Because as soon as I saw them, I thought that's not bad actually. 26 grand, 47 sheep. My Spakovo Let's Play could do some sheep. I've got plenty of stuff. So yeah, that may well get an update. Just saying. That's the Sheep Shed by naimog mod. Next up, and I don't think I've got a pallet spawned yet either. Nope, I put a ton of beehives behind just to make sure. We've got this. This is the wooden honey shed. This is by ZeroFarmer. 5.99 megabytes download, 2 slots each. There's a 4 pallet and a 6 pallet. I've gone for the 6 pallet. Again, back into build mode, back to animals, then we go along to bees. We don't get much bee stuff. So this is what you normally have to put down, a beehive honey pallet location. So this is basically the same thing. That one does it for 4, that one does it for 6. So you place your beehives. Normally it only lets you place 1. There you go, only 1 item allowed per farm. So you have to pick which you're going to go for. And then once your honey pallets start spawning, they will spawn inside this little bit. Just here. I haven't had one spawn yet, so I'm assuming it is working. I hope it's working. Oh dear, sometimes it takes a while for the honey, for the bees to sort of kick into gear. But anyway, that's the wooden honey shed by ZeroFarmer. Next to that, we've got this. This is the Polish wooden shed. This is by Cookson. It is 4.84 megabytes download, 5 slots, 2,500 to buy. Build mode and sheds is where you'll locate it. Just there. Again, with this, no colour options. You get it just as it is. Like so. No lighting. Nice clean wood. It doesn't look too aged or weathered. That's the Polish wooden shed by Cookson. Next to that, we've got the modern yellow farmhouse. This is by Dudik112, 18.02 megabytes download, 21 slots, 65,000 to buy. Build mode and farmhouses is where this is located. And because it's the modern yellow farmhouse, there are no colour options. You get it yellow because that's what it is. You can't go inside the building. Sleep trigger is at the front. There's no wardrobe trigger. I don't think there was. I did go around the building. I have to say I do like that almost depth you get. What's it called? Is it called stucco in the US? We have all different words for it in the UK. It's not quite pebble dash. Pebble dash is more pebbly, hence the name. Nice looking farmhouse house building type thing. So there you go. That's the modern yellow farmhouse by Dudik112. What's next on my list? Oh yes, next we have this. This is the KPP-8. This is by MelMax. 9.68 megabytes download. 8 slots, 8 meters wide. It is under cultivators. Right there, 11,130 horsepower required. No options. You get it just like that. So, the question is, because there don't seem to be any rules anymore, all the rules have gone out the window. Nothing makes sense. So let's just go with it. Now this, usually a cultivator would be, unless it specifically says shallow cultivator. I guess I should have looked at that, shouldn't I? Let's have a look. What does it say? It does say shallow cultivator. So shallow cultivator is used for shallow cultivation. Disc harrows often are, unless it specifies. See, that one doesn't. That will normally bring up small stones, whereas the shallow cultivator won't. It does specifically say shallow cultivator. So once unfolded, drop it down. If we go over a crop that's been harvested, you'll see that it gives you a shallow cultivated look, and it should also mean that we go over an area where there are stones, field stones are active. It shouldn't bring up any stones. That's not too bad actually, is it? 8 meters of cultivating goodness. That's the KPP-8 by MelMax. Next, we've got these, and I apologise in advance if I've got something wrong. This is the Dolbi DX 2142. This is by Dolbi and ZeroFarmer ARG. 37.13 megabytes download. We've got 19 slots and 10.5 meters for this one here, and then we have got 15 slots and 7.5 meters for this one here. I have to say, I love the look of it. I love the way it unfolds, the way it's a very, very cool looking piece of kit. However, again, unless I'm missing something glaringly obvious, I don't think it's working quite right. It is a direct drill. They are both direct drills, and you'll find them under seeders. They are seeders, not planters. So we go to our seeders. So there we go. For 165 grand, we've got a 7.5 meter, 180 horsepower required. And then for 185 grand, base model, 230 horsepower required, we've got our 10.5 meter. There are no options on either of them other than license plate. They're an interesting looking thing, very stocky, very chunky. I suppose being direct drills as well, you've got all your cultivating, disc harrowing type stuff going on as well. Now these seed and fertilise. We jump back into here, you will see this one. It's got 2,150 litres of fertiliser, 2,150 of seed. If we open up the boxes here, so if we open cover, nice sound effects. Now what I found was, if you go to a buy anything silo, which you might not do, I put the fertiliser in and then it wouldn't allow me to add seed, so the seed I had to add in separately in pallets. So it might be that if you are using a buy anything silo or a silo, I came off the trigger and back onto the trigger and it wouldn't let me. So just again, just something to be aware of. That's not where potentially the problem is. As you can see, you drive out to the field with it like this, and it's on almost like casters. You see the front ones are a little bit, they do whatever they want. The rear ones are a bit more fixed. And we've got our attacher here. When you get out to the field, this is the attacher you want, because you want to be heading in that direction, or obviously on the field that direction. So what I'm going to do is unfold the seeder, and this is very cool. Watch the animation on this. How cool is that? That's brilliant. So here's where the problem is. If I go, well, let's go L1. Sorry, we've got the open cover, lower seed, all that kind of stuff, but I think it's on the wrong attachment, because if I go L1, right at the very bottom, it shows you the arm, which is where we're attached now, giving the option to raise and lower it. Now on other mods, at this point when you raise and lower it, it will raise up out of the way, and you come round to the other side and then you can start operation. However, when you try and raise it up out of the way, it stays attached to the tractor. So if I do this now, if I go right stick to the right, it doesn't disconnect from the tractor, so it does that. I mean, I can, but it's not supposed to do that, I don't think. The problem is, as soon as I detach from this, there's no option. I can't adjust it. So, okay, well, it's obviously when I come around to this side and attach, it will give me that option again. I can just fold out from here, but it doesn't. It doesn't give me that option from this side. So I'm not sure. I'm sure it's not supposed to do that. I'm pretty sure in the real world your tractor's not supposed to be up at 90 degrees in the air. So if I now go L1, there's no option to fold that end arm under this one, which it should be. I guess this is where it should be. Maybe when you hook onto here and press L1, then I should be able to lift that arm up out the way, but it doesn't give me the option. Anyway, that being said, under here we got our ridge markers. We got a left, a right, and then off completely. If I try and fold seeder, it tries to pack this back bit away. If I do this now, it won't let me do it. Sorry about that mild delay. Something came clattering down behind me in the man cave. That was weird. Don't know what caused that. Anyway, so yeah, I'm a little bit puzzled. I mean, we can change out whatever we're planting, L1 and triangle. I can scroll through the various different things I want to put in the ground. So let's say, for example, barley. But unless I can fold that bit out of the way, that's going to drag the whole time. So like I say, it may just need an update. Maybe it's just strange. Hang on. That wasn't showing just now. Ah. Well, there you go. Isn't that bizarre? So in its normal configuration, this is what I'm talking about. When you're doing mod reviews and you're going through trying to find all the different options, how things work, you run through a kind of a systematic approach. As soon as I turn that on, now it's giving me the option to lift that up. Brilliant. Problem solved. So it had to be switched on for that to... The actual seeder had to be on. How bizarre. Oh, there we go. We're all sorted. Let's drop this down. And away we go. Seeding and fertilising to our heart's content. Direct drilling straight over a crop we've just done. All the bars revolving, rotating, metering out the seed. Sounds great. So straight off the bat, I'll probably put a message when I edit this. Don't worry, we solve it. I'm sure I will have comments before we get to this part. Let's just do that. Let's see if we can detach that now. Let's go and do the other one. Just to make sure everything is correct. Which it should be. Oh, nice. Well, that's one thing solved. Brilliant stuff. Let's close the covers. We're on oats on this one. So if I turn this on now, there we go. We get our option to fold. Brilliant stuff. Let's get it up out of the way. Ridge marker's the same. This one, as you can see, 3,224 litres of each. Let's drop it down. And away we go. I love the look of it. I think it looks absolutely brilliant. Nice bit of flex in the middle there as well. So if you have got uneven terrain, it's not rigid right the way across the entire span, which is pretty cool. Just raise it up. That's what we'll do. Because this is pretty good how this folds and unfolds as well, because the front attacher is slightly different on this one. So what we'll do is, with that on, let's put that back down. And then we'll detach, go around to the other side, then we can fold this up. You'll see this fold, which is very, again, like animation is very cool. Nice! Very cool bit of kit. Now I've managed to work out how it works. That's fantastic. That's the Dolbi DX2142 by Dolbi and JD Modding. Next, we've got... How far away from it am I? It's over here somewhere. We've got the John Deere 110-112 round fender by SleutjesModding. This is 11.83 megabytes download, 6 slots, and it comes with a mower, which is 4 slots, 1.5 meters. It's a little diddy one. 8 or 12 horsepower, I think, were our options on this. You'll find it on the small tractors. There you go, 1,480, that's all. As I said, so you get 8 horsepower or 10 horsepower on the 112. Wheel setup, we've got standard, little claws, wide tyres, back to standard. On the rear hitch, we've got standard, round pin, long pin, back to standard. Or then if we have attachers, we can have a 3-point on there as well. That's the vehicle. And if we come from there and we go down to our tools and we go to mowers, the mower deck is in here. Just there, 590 for the mower deck. No options, you get it just like that. So, when we hop on this, let's start the engine. Oh, that's interesting. So, press triangle to get to the mower deck. You can detach it, and this is another one of those ones you do by hand, so you can pull that out of the way, store it. If you want to use it for a mower, whoops, put it back underneath, drop it down, get onto the tractor, and then attach. There we go. So, very cool. Now we do have different options for our work mode. So the first one is cut the grass. Seems straightforward. Cut the grass, put it out to the little side pipe just there. So if I turn on the mower, cut the grass, we'll push the grass out the side just there. At a fair pace as well, actually. Press stop, and then we change our... Do I have to lift the mower? There we go, right. So with the mower down, it's one of those days. Toggle work mode to collect the grass. Now rather than come out the side, it comes out sort of to the side and behind in this mode. If I turn it on. So there you go. So on collect the grass, it puts it out kind of all over the place. So much thicker than the previous one. Stop that. And then finally, toggle work mode to chop the grass. It will allow you to cut the grass, but doesn't leave any grass behind. So if you want to cut people's lawns and stuff, you want to tidy up, you don't want to have to pick the grass up, it gives you that option. So those are your 3. No grass being dropped, a full swath being dropped, or in the first mode, narrow coming out to the side, like that. Are your options. Just had to have the so if we raise our mower deck, it won't give me the option to change the work mode until I've lowered the mower deck, and now it'll give me the option to toggle work mode. So there we go, just something to be aware of. And there we go. That's the John Deere 110-112 round fender by SleutjesModding. Next, we've got this. The Capello Helianthus 5700 by Jack 309 or 309. 3.42 megabytes download, 3 slots, 5.7 meters. It will run at 9 miles an hour. Helianthus headers are designed specifically for sunflower, and rather than run at 6 miles an hour, they will run at 9 because they are a specific header for that. Now there is the base game standard version is this header. The difference between this and the standard one is this has got an option to have the decal on the front here, and we've got colour options as well. That's the difference between this and the standard. So if we go to our regular headers, you'll see the Helianthus 5700 base game is there, and this one is here. So options on this: logo, yes or no, and then colour option, anything on that palette. So if you're mixing and matching with a particular harvester or whatever it might be, you can. It's just gone for red again, that doesn't help, does it? You can for your Capello Helianthus header. And what should happen if we turn it on? We should be able to harvest our sunflowers at 9 miles an hour. It's a very specific header. It does allow you to run a little bit faster. I mean, at the end of the day, it's the 3rd faster, isn't it? Overall. And there you go. That's your Capello Helianthus 5700 by Jack 309. Which brings me on to the last of the mods for today, and possibly the one that's confused me more than anything. Get ready. And it's this. This is the Siloking StaticLine pack by ModPassion. 4.05 megabytes download, 6 slots each. I'm just looking down my list because I haven't done these quite in order. They were released a day early again. There's 3 maps out today as well, which I'll get on to as many as I can today. But often you'll find you'll get buildings and stuff first, then machinery and equipment, then vehicles, and then maps in that order. But they seem to be kind of all over the place a little bit. So I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything as I've gone through. But anyway, so these come like this. It being a static line, it's not a trailed one. So usually you'd go into build mode, find it and place it. But it wasn't under build mode, it said it was under animals. I thought, well, that doesn't make any sense. So I'll show you what I mean. If we go to our animals, there we are. So here are 3 options on this. Each one is 45,000 and it says 30 to 10,000. Now that's thousands. So this will actually go from 30,000 litres up to 10 million litres of capacity, that's cool. So the first one says static line feeding premium 44018. 45 grand, bang. Pick what we want, capacity standard 30,000 litres. That's a million litres, that's 10 million litres. That's your feed mixer. Nice. Next one says total mix ration. Third one says pig food. And again, same options, but that shows that full, which is weird. Again, the capacities, but when it goes to very high, so that's 10 million litres. The price doesn't change, still says 45,000. Thought, okay. Went to the pig food, did the same thing with that. Go to the 3 different options, each one still says 45,000. I thought, okay, that's pretty cool though. We got a total mix ration and a pig food mixer. But what I couldn't understand was why we had this one, which is a total mix ration machine, and that one, which is a total mix ration machine. And when you get them, because you're buying them from animals, they come out as a vehicle, but they look like this. They come palleted. So if I go to this one and go enter, and now I'll go fold mixer wagon, it puts it like that, which is cool. I can put it on a trailer. I can take it wherever I want. So it is a static one, but it is mobile. So you can take it wherever you want on the map. So you could set it up, run it, then decide, actually, you know what, I need to move it somewhere else. And depending on what you're using, pallet forks, the large loaders, I mean, there's tons of mods that are available, cranes and things. If I strap that, I can lift it up and move it. It's empty, I can do whatever I want. If it was full, we might have a bit of a problem. So that's that. So what I'm going to look at now is, let's jump onto that and unfold. I've got some liftable bales because I can't remember what size I went for on this either. Can I put those in? I think that's taking that one. Let's go with that, put that one in. Is it taking that at all or not? Why is it not taking this? It kind of is at a certain point. There we go. Now it's taking it. Why is that ratio so off? Maybe it didn't take all of the hay, the silage. Let me grab that one. No, it didn't. Let's grab that. There we go. Now we're coming back into line. I shouldn't be standing in here because the mixer's running, but you know what I mean. Depending on what you're using to put in, this is just for an example, just to show you. Right, let's jump out of here. So, we are showing total mix ration. You don't have to put mineral feed in, you don't have to put straw in, but as long as all those things are in the green, you'll get your total mix ration. So we've got a total mix ration, 14,500, which is basically barely scraping the surface, because I think I might have set this one on 1 million litres, potentially. But, that's pretty amazing. And if you go for the 10 million litres, you can just keep piling stuff in and have it running, good to go. But that just does total mix ration, doesn't do pig food. And now here's where things get really, really, really weird. So let's go to this one, shall we? Enter vehicle, and we'll unfold the mixer. Look, bottom right, it says 30,000 litres of pig food. So So if I unfold that, now that's looking like it's empty, but there is some in the bottom. Look, I've purchased that as it is already with 30,000 litres in it. That cost me the same price as if I'd gone for the million litre or the 10 million litre. It's already got pig food in it. I don't have to mix it. Yeah. Well, that thing, that's weird. Let's go to this one then. You see what it's showing there? Look. So if we unfold this one, look bottom right, 10 million litres of total mixed ration. 10 million litres. 45,000 that cost me. 45,000. And you think, well, that's fantastic. Kind of, but also kind of not. Because the problem is, let's fold this back up again and put it into its palleted form. Lovely. Let's hop out and let's grab something. Because the problem being, at 10 million litres, you can't lift it. There might be some of the bigger cranes, but I mean that becomes a real proposition then, that for moving it around the map you need a tower crane or something. And this is a big old wheel loader, because this has got 10 million litres already in it. If I attach this, you are kidding me. What? And breathe. When I did all of my prep work for this video, when I got all of the mods out and did all the prep, I went to try and lift this up and it wouldn't lift. It would not. Ignore me. It doesn't matter. But yeah, it will. There you go. 10 million litres, total mixed ration. Stick it on a trailer, drive it across the map like this. Doesn't matter. Put it down wherever you want. But it still doesn't make any sense to me. It's still. What is going on? Okay, so it did let me lift it. Okay. Why do I even bother? Why do I even bother? Let's enter the vehicle. Let's unfold it. Maybe I need to get into the vehicle, unfold it and fold it again, and I don't know, multiple times. Let's grab a trailer. I left them all here to show you because I couldn't move them. And that's what I was going to say. It's great, wonderful. For 45 grand, I've just got 10 million litres of total mixed ration, but I can't move it anywhere. Good grief, did that just fill up that quickly? 500,000 litres. There you go, done. I mean, this is one of the Titan trailers, one of the Chris S. Riley S. Colossus pack. So 500,000 litres. I'm not getting this wrong, am I? Please help me here. 45 grand, 45 grand, 45 grand. These two we know come filled. I'm not sure. I don't think that can't be right. Surely, it's showing all the things they will take, but they're not. It shows it full. If I change the capacity, the price doesn't change. That's still saying 45 grand. Will they get an update? Maybe. Are they supposed to be like this? I don't know. If they're not supposed to be like this, get them now. Don't update them. Get them now. Keep it quiet. Keep it to yourself. I can't believe that just lifted, no problem at all. Let me just do this one. Let's jump in. Fold the mixer. Let's get back out again. Let's move this. It's the cheapest 10,000 litres you'll ever buy. Mind you, I think there is one of the there is a placeable buy anything silo that actually does have free, so you can, if you wanted to, you can get 10 million litres free, I suppose, if you wanted to go down that route. Let's see if the other one will pick up now. I can't believe this. It's been a weird day. Well, at least we solved the problems. Well, some of the problems. Some of them still might need an update, and potentially this might, but some of the problems we have solved. Yeah, of course it lifts no problem at all now. 30,000 litres of pig food. I've got 3 map tours to do yet. I want to go and lie down. That's it for the mods for Wednesday, the 2nd of October. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.